Elephants, we're in our handbook for reading and we're looking together on page 14, ready to continue with getting faster at recognizing our letters and reading our blends and words. So let's stand up together and let's begin with our letter M sentence at the top. Let's say it together. M says as in milk. M says Let's do that one again. M says as in milk. M says Good job. You can have a seat except for Savvy. Savvy coming over here next to me. And in between those blue lines, we have some consonant sounds. Let's have Savvy and our students watching read those sounds together.
Lamb, table, bell.
Wow, Savvy and students watching, you are fast doing that. That's good recognition. You can have a seat. Emery, why don't you come on over here and let's practice that one more time. You ready? Emery, are you great with your consonants? Good. Why don't we do this? Let's hold your book right here on the side. That'll keep your book easy to be able to be seen. And we'll read those same letter sounds together. Wonderful. Good. Speed. Why don't you stay here, Emery? And now let's begin to read on our pages. Let's go to row 1 and let's practice row 1, all of those vowel sounds. Excellent job, Emery. So fast and so accurate. You can have a seat. Savvy, come stand right here on this side of me. And now we're ready to read a blend. Remember, a blend is a consonant with just one vowel. So we're going to stay on this page so you can hold. Good. And don't cover up row 2 because that's where you want to read. Students watching, read row 2 with Savvy.
Ma, me, ma.
That was so well done. Students watching, I am pleased with how we're really learning together. Let's keep it up. Good job, Savvy. You can have a seat. And now we're going to have Emery come. Emery's going to take the blends that Savvy just read. He's going to add an ending consonant sound and he's going to turn them into words. So let's go to row 3.
Mat, met, mint, meal, mom, dud.
Careful, what's that beginning sound for the last word? So start right there. What's your beginning sounds? Good, so let's start with
What?
Yes, let's do this, Emery. Since we're just starting to read words together, let's see if we can read row 3 again and go just a little bit faster. Students watching, join Emery.
Met, milk, mom, nut.
You did it. Now, Emery, before you sit down, I'm going to ask the students watching a question and you be ready to answer it. Of the words that you just read with Emery, which one was somebody's name, students watching? And Emery, which was somebody's name?
Mom.
How did you know that? What does it start with? What type of letter?
M.
An M, which is a capital M, wasn't it? Good job, Emery. Good work, students watching. You can have a seat. Now, our books are still up, and I want you to notice what is underneath the words that Emery just read to us. You can see a word that is colored in red. This is going to be a sight word. And a sight word is a word that we just have to memorize. We can't sound it out, but whenever we see it, it will say the same thing. So let's do this. Let's stand up and have your eyes right on your book. You can see the letter A. And it's going to be a sight word that says So we're going to say, then we'll spell it, and then we'll say the name of that sight word again. Here's what I mean. We'll say A. Listen again. A. Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, join me as we say it, spell it, and then say our sight word again. One more time. You can have a seat. Now you can see underneath that, we can see our sight word, and it's put with another word, and we're going to read a phrase. A phrase is a part of a sentence, and we want to read phrases quickly so that we're able to read sentences quickly. Savvy, come stand next to me, and Savvy is going to help us read our first phrase. We'll start with our sight word, and then read the word. Remember, we'll say, Then read your word. Now just say the word We'll only spell it when we do it together.
A.
Now just say and then your word. What's your word say?
Bell.
Good. So here's how we'll read this phrase. We'll say a bell.
Yes. Bell.
Good job, Savvy. You can have a seat. Emery, come stand next to me. Let's see if we can be even faster with this next phrase. Remember, Emery, we want to hold right on the side. We'll go across, and students watching, read the next phrase with Emery. So start with And then what's your word? Sound it out. What does your first letter say? What does this one say?
Mud.
Now careful, what's your vowel sound?
Math.
Yeah, so put it all together. So say mat. Good. Mat. What do you say?
A mat.
Not a mat. Look at your vowel sound again.
A mat.
Yes, a mat, and that's a part of a sentence. Students watching, I want you to keep working on this page. Focus on those phrases with your on-site teacher.